I'm Darius Taylor, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sportslifetalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break the sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, say go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Yeah, let's go. Let's turn it up, SLT Nation. Welcome back to another fire episode of Season 6 of Sports Life Talks. You got next. That's right. This is a platform that has been engineered to give exposure to the voices of tomorrow. I told you this is our 6th season, but ain't no stopping us now. It is 7th season. We're going all across this country. We're going into our communities, and we're finding rising superstars who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. We head to the junior WNBA today, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We head down to Bryan, Texas, or better yet, College Station. We got a special one on deck for you. This gentleman is a culmination of over 20 years of basketball experience, which he did 4 of them in the front offices with WNBA programs like the Atlanta Dream and the Connecticut Sun, and with over 14 years of sideline experience helping Don Staley to build powerhouses at Temple in South Carolina. He is now partnered up with his wife down at Aggie Nation. Come on. So I need everybody to make some noise for the Chicago, Illinois native. Where you at, 12? Let's bring him to the stage. Coach Darius Taylor. Coach Taylor, how you doing today?
I'm great, fellas. How y'all doing today?
Oh, man, we are blessed to be stressed, man. We super excited to have you on this joint, man. Hey, and quiet as kept. We doing this interview, and I know you're a little fatigued, Coach. You just came off a major one. You just came off a major upset, so we excited to have you stop down and give us 45 minutes of your time. You ready to do this, Coach?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Let's go. Hey, let's go to work. Well, if this is your first time or your next time, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building. I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother. He is the other side of the You Got Next logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. All facts, no cap. The head coach, KT Kev. This thing's smoking hot tonight, baby. Let's go. How you feeling, man?
Well, I'm feeling great, B. Jones. Your energy is it's amazing. I think this is the second time that we've been to A&M, or third time?
Well, I'm going to say we cheated a little bit. We cheated a little bit because we had Coach Hyder on the show, and she is now.
That's like the first time then, B. Jones. So there's Hyder, there's Newton.
Yeah.
We're taking credit for DeSeuss.
And Coach Skeet was at Texas A&M when we first met her. So we've been there for quite a bit. So I like this Aggie program. Let's go. All right, Coach. We're about to turn this thing up. We start every show off with a game. That's right, an icebreaker, so to speak. It is our version of Two Truths and a Lie. We call it the moment of truth. Here we go, Coach. Y'all know the rules of the game. Before the show, coaches pick 3 unique facts about himself. Here's the kicker. Kevin and I don't know what these facts are, and you don't know what these facts are. So on the count, we will have 60 seconds after he gives us his 3 facts, and we will see if we can figure out which one of them is not the truth. All right, KT, you got this? Y'all got the rules? You good, Coach?
I'm great. I'm ready to go.
All right, give us your 3 facts.
3 facts. Okay, here we go. I was a gymnast in high school. right? I was a valedictorian of my high school, and I have 3 children.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be real with you, Coach. I already want to go with number 1, B. Jones.
Me too. Is there something wrong with us for doing it? We might need to check ourselves on that. Why can't
I think we're being a little judgmental, B. Jones, but I just don't. I don't see it.
Why do we feel like he can't be a Kevin? It just hit me the wrong way. All right, so we should know how many kids, man. His wife is probably one of the most prominent top 5 coaches in the game right now. Do we know how many kids Coach Joni Taylor has? KT, do we know?
I think if we did, we would have got this answer a little sooner.
Okay. So we're gonna say he got 3 kids. We're gonna say he got 3 kids. We're gonna go to 3 kids. Number 2 is he was the valedictorian. So either we saying he ain't smart enough to be valedictorian, or we saying he wasn't a gymnast. Which one? I'm gonna go with number 1. This is a smart.
I think you work in the front office of the WNBA. You have to be kind of smart, B. Jones. You have to be really smart.
Can we get the nation to agree? Can Sportslifetalk Nation? All right, y'all. 10 seconds. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Coach, we're gonna say number 1 is not the truth.
Number 1 is actually true.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
he caught us, KT. He caught us slipping.
Yeah, I actually took 2nd place in the city in vaulting. My freshman year in high school, I did. I got a little too tall for the uniforms. I didn't feel real comfortable.
I was going to ask
little shorts. So after that, but I would coming in from the elementary school. I was probably about 5'4", 5'5". So
okay,
yeah.
Coach, it's gonna be a lot of inappropriate. There's gonna be a lot of inappropriate jokes at the Adidas tournament this year. I just want to let you know
it's all good. It's all good. Vaulting a little different. I wasn't doing some of the other stuff, but vaulting.
Okay.
I think that's respectable.
All right. So which one was not the truth, Coach?
We have 2 children. We have 2 girls.
Oh man, I knew Joni Taylor had kids. I didn't know how many. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just assumed it was the 3rd, but man, that's cold blooded. Allowing an extra child. Didn't that do you want another child? Y'all talking about in the works?
We're done with birth children now. I don't know if God has a plan in the future to adopt or something.
There you go.
But yeah,
there you go.
Having kids, that's it.
Keeping all doors open. I love it, Coach. I absolutely love it. So with that being said, that means you were the absolute valedictorian of your school as well.
I was.
Wow. Okay. Vaulting and going to class. You was doing it all up there in Chicago, man. All right. Well, let's take
How tall are you now, Coach?
6'4".
Yeah, that's hard to be a vaulter at 6'4".
Yeah, you can't be a vaulter at 6'4". That'd be a funny scene. Wish I could have seen it. All right, Coach, let's take them on a ride. We're going to take them on a journey. This is the journey of your career and your extraordinary feats in life as you've accomplished so much. Coach, you know what you got to do before you go on any road trip. We need you to put that right hand up. Come on, everybody out there, get your right hand up. Reach over your left shoulder and grab that seatbelt and buckle up. Click, clack, let's go. Let's turn it up. All right, this is what we need. This is what we call a call to action. And that means everybody that's watching this right now, we need your help. We are trying to take this show in the game of women's basketball and all these amazing stories. We're about to take them to a whole another level. We need your help. You can do 4 free things that won't cost you a penny. Number 1, hang out with us at the end of the show. I think that's a super simple one. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button. I'm talking about hit that like button like Coach was hitting them trades in the WNBA. Oh, hey, hit that like button like Coach did when he made that first pick of Ryan Howard to the Atlanta Dream. Let's do it. Let's hit that like button like that so this show bubbles all the way up to the top. I'm talking about number 3. Gotta pass the rock. Share a story. Let's go. Send this to your friends, your classmates, your colleagues, your coworkers, your family members. I don't care. Send it. Pass them out on the street and say, you need a blessing today? Go watch this episode. Let's share this show as much as we possibly can and run the numbers up on it. Last but not least, subscribe to the vibe and become a part of the SLT, the Sports Life Talk Tribe. We got over 1,000 shows and we're going to do 1,000 more. And then we're going to do 1,000 more on top of that. You know why? Because there's so many great stories. But we need your help to find them and to keep growing this thing. Coach Taylor, I know the 12th man's gonna be rocking. I'm sawing off the horns right now, KT.
Yeah.
Let's go, Coach. Is Texas A&M gonna show us some love for this one?
Oh, absolutely. You know that we are. All
right, let's go.
Appreciate it.
We do it all in family round here. On the count of 3, we're going to smash that subscribe button together. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Boo! Let's go. I know Coach Hyder laughing at me right now, KT. That's what I know right now because Coach Hyder had such a good time with his show. All right, Coach Taylor, everybody that just smashed that subscribe button, we appreciate it so much. We want them to throw an emoji in the chat, Coach. An emoji just to let us know, a roll call. Let us know they was out there today. What's your favorite emoji, Coach Taylor?
Man, that's the rolling laughing emoji. That's my favorite.
Hey, laughing and rolling laughing emoji. Y'all throw it in the chat. That's a simple one. That one should automatically be part of their last 12 cents because we all send that text message out. Y'all send that out.
Somebody sent me one. You seen the new one with the teeth missing? The smile with the teeth missing? I said, actually, Dawn sent me that the other day. I was like, where did you get this emoji from? I said, I'm about to steal it.
What was Dawn sending it about, though? I got to get some concepts, some nature behind that one.
I don't remember what we were talking about, but I just know her laugh to what I asked her or said to her it was like some real teeth missing on the smiling emoji. And I was like, where did you get that?
Kev, you saw that investigative journalism kicked in. You saw I slipped that question there.
What I really love is we getting that Don Staley drop on our show too, man.
Hey, we sure did. Shout out to Don. Hey, Don. Hey,
Don.
Hey, I took a picture with Dawn though, so Dawn might recognize me if she see me. I don't know. I'm a peon though. All right, so this is what we need. Kev, what we gonna tell everybody out there that throw that laughing and rolling emoji in the chat, man?
We're gonna tell them thank you and welcome to the Sportslifetalk family.
Family, that's right. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family around SLT. So welcome to the family. We're about to have a great show today, and we want you to interact with us. So go to X. That's right. Right now, go to X. And this is a way that you can interact with KT and I, start a discussion. Not just any discussion. We call this the Yeet Tweet. Kevin, what is our Yeet Tweet for today's show, man?
All right. So what current WWE superstar played for Texas A&M women's basketball and was known for her size, strength, and toughness, the same traits she now showcases in the wrestling ring? If you know the answer to that, like B. Jones said, go to X, hashtag Yeet Tweet, and also tag that person in. We want to get her on the show. And the first person to respond with the correct answer, if you're in College Station, when we come down there, we're going to take you out to eat. It's just that simple.
Hey, we got to be careful with that because it's some expensive spots. So we'll go to that chicken fried steak spot, Kevin.
Yeah, we got to find that spot.
We got to do that one again. All right, y'all, let's go. It's time for the Sports Life Talk initiation.
All right, Coach, you've made it into the Sports Life Talk, but before you officially become family, you got to pass the initiation. So we're going to peel back the layers and meet the coach behind the wins and the whistle. First test, the aux chord. So give us your top 5 music artists.
Top 5, dead and alive. Tupac, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and I'll have to go with Wale.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
Pure heat.
I feel pure I didn't include my brother from Chicago, but he went another dimension.
Oh my God!
So Kanye was one of my favorite for a long time.
He on suspension in my list too. Yeah. But just to know, he has been a mainstay in my top 5 for many years.
Old Kanye all day.
But he just apologized too. So I might start playing his music again here.
Yeah, but they always apologize when they try to come back, B. Jones. I think they already messed up.
We take that. Who are we to judge, Kevin? Who are we to judge? The man is sorry. He's sorry. He messed up. Let's bring him on back home, man, and get that boy right because he's a musical genius.
This is true.
An icon. All right, KT. Whom I already know. Let me go ahead and let me go and laugh at this thing. Go, Kevin. What are you gonna give them for that amazing top 5?
All right, Coach. I like to rank everybody's top 5. The highest you can get is 24, which is a Mamba. The lowest you can get is 8, which is the floor, pretty much. B. Jones, when he said Tupac, you already know where I was gonna go with it.
J. Cole,
Kendrick, Jay-Z. Then he said Wale. So B. Jones, A&M is the home of the 12th man, right?
The 12th man. Let's go.
But when you multiply 12 times 2, what does that give you?
24. Let's go. Now, Kevin, you've been giving out quite a few 24s this year. You going soft on me? Are you going soft, sir?
B. Jones, he said Tupac. I couldn't go less. Couldn't do it.
All right. I'm going to let you ride with that one.
But now people have been coming with heat in 2026, so I got to show them love. All right, Coach. So who is your favorite superhero and why?
My favorite superhero is Black Panther. Why? Because, for so long, they've always tried to exclude us out of the superhero options. And so when Black Panther came, I just think that brought the vibranium inside of all of us out, right? We really could relate and we're just proud to see us on the screen in a major role as a superhero, which, we get overlooked all the time. So that's the reason. But Black Panther, and, rest in peace to my brother. But
yeah, and I can't wait till part 3 comes out so we can kind of get that bad taste in my mouth for part 2. I'm sorry. I didn't feel part 2. All right, Coach. So we asked the superhero question because we see coaches of your caliber as a superhero. And we know that T'Challa has his own theme music. So what would your theme song be?
My theme song will actually be, I don't know if you remember this back in the day, Classic Man.
I'm a classic man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. That had to come back to me at first. I was like, Classic Man. Okay. All right, Coach.
Yeah. What's his name? Jadana?
Jade or something like that. I can't remember his name.
Man, when that song came out, I loved that song. I actually walked out to my wedding on that song. I did.
It's videos of that somewhere.
It's definitely videos. There's videos on the internet for sure of our wedding and everything. So
we're going to look that up. And we need to find you when you were like 5'4" in gymnastics. We need that one too. All right, Coach.
Hard.
I know. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
Man, it's the discipline, right? The discipline, a disciplined person, can accomplish anything, right? If you're disciplined, the sky is the limit for you, right? I think that's the thing that separates, anybody from in success is discipline, right? Having the discipline to do the same thing, boring thing over and over and over and again until you master it, but also just, you got a lot of stuff pulling at you in life, right? And so having that discipline to get up and be responsible and take care of your business is one of the most important things you'll learn in life.
So do you think that Darius the Hooper could play for Coach Taylor, the coach?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I do. Because I'm honest. I keep it real. I like to have fun too. It's funny that, they call you the Quiet Storm because our team, we kind of have line names for our players, right? So they have line names and then they came up with line names for the coaches, right? And so my line name for the coaching staff is Quiet Storm because I'm really kind of even keeled but when I'm passionate about something, I get upset and I have to, get in them a little bit, right? So it's Quiet Storm just come out of nowhere. Like I let it fester and I'm like, all right, that's enough is enough, right? So but yeah, I mean, I'm honest, like to have fun, joke around, have fun with the kids and just keep things light. But also like, hey, in between these lines, it's real. It's a serious business.
All right, Coach. So we got to go to like Wakanda and we got to battle it out for the Quiet Storm name. I mean, I can't just let it go like that.
Kevin, stop. You can't swim. You can't even be in that little 2 feet deep that they was fighting in. You can't, you can't swim, brother.
Well, B. Jones, you let me finish. I was going to say, I forgot he's 6'4", so I'm going to,
Okay.
I'm going to be quiet. But I ain't going to go out quietly. All right, Coach. So imagine this. We're producing a movie centered around you. The journey, the grind, the wins, the losses, all of it. There's just one problem. We're missing the lead actor. So who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
I would probably have to go with Michael B. Jordan, only because I've been so many times mistaken for him, right? And like, I'm like, what, really? I mean, I didn't think it, but I've heard it from a few people now that I look like Michael.
I can see it. I see it, brother. I see it. I can't unsee it now. I can't even imagine. Like, I feel like Michael B. Jordan is on the show. I'm just gonna tell you.
You never know. When we do that movie, B. Jones, we got to reach out to him. So for the first time with this question, B. Jones, I'm going to add a little caveat, a bonus question. So we know that you and your wife, you're on the same coaching staff. So in the story of your life, you got to have somebody play your wife. So who are we getting to play her?
It's a good one. What's Olivia Pope's real name?
Oh my God!
Oh, you wouldn't have said Kerry
Washington.
Kerry Washington. I would either say Kerry Washington or Angela Bassett. One, because I mean, she's like fine wine, right? She looks the same. Like you go back to when we first met, she still looks pretty much the same after 2 kids. The other thing I would say is, she got a little nice nasty to her, right? Really nice. Everybody loves her, talks about it, but she got some looks she can give you, and you be like, oh, okay, you mad, huh? So I would say one of those two for sure.
And I was going to throw in like Gabrielle Union too, because I think she could probably.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
But I'm not going to lie. You can never go wrong with Angela Bassett on anything.
Mm-hmm.
And she still looks young. You have to use a little CGI. She still look good. So Angela, if you listen, it'd probably be cheaper to get Gabrielle Union because she's not really doing a lot right now. All right, Coach. So this is the question that B. Jones and I, we love to ask. Mm-hmm. We've been to College Station a couple of times, and the one spot we went to, B. Jones, I wish I could remember the name.
Me too.
But it was off the chain. But Coach, that's a long way for me to say, hey, when we come down to kick it with you, what's the one food spot we're going to, and then tell us your go-to meal there.
You know, I would say I like new restaurants all the time, so I'm always looking for new pop-ups. So there's a new steakhouse here called DeBacca's that's really good. Their brunch on Sundays is off the chain, but it's been a while because we've been having games since we've been. But DeBacca's really good, and it's a steakhouse. And, I mean, they got ostrich fillet, believe it or not. That's when I lived in Philadelphia, I used to go to a restaurant.
Is that legal? Is that legal to be eating ostrich?
Hey, man, listen, all the stuff I see on Facebook and Instagram, people be eating and all this AI stuff. I mean, everything legal. Now, people cooking bears and
zebra and all these exotic meats, kangaroo. I'm like, wait a minute, man. That bear thing is real.
Yeah.
People really eating that bear. I don't know how.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, but I like steak in general, but the ostrich fillet is it's fat free. So it's really, really good. And it's, probably one of the healthier steaks you could eat.
It sounds expensive too, though. So
it is expensive. I will give you that. It's the vodka is expensive. It's a nice scenery. Like you don't feel like you're in College Station when you go to a restaurant. Like you think you're like, somewhere, on vacation or somewhere. It's a really nice place.
So you think you can pull out the black card for us on that one, Coach?
Man, I wish I had a black card. I'm gonna be, looking for some Zales when dinner is over.
B. Jones, that may be one where I have to warm up the truck.
You have to eating ostrich, belly full of ostrich, trying to run up out that joint.
And do
you put gravy or sauce on it, or is it just
you don't mess with a good steak? You don't have to put anything on.
You don't mess with no ostrich.
A little salt, pepper, a little butter, whatever they cook it in. That's it. You don't need to put sauce on it.
I was just curious. Yeah. I'm just. Since we eat Limu, the Liberty Mutual mascot, I don't know what's going on. All right, KT.
Since you say like I kind of don't want to eat Limu, but if he tastes that good, B. Jones, who am I to judge? All right, so thanks for rocking with us. The initiation is complete, but now the real conversation begins. And now it's on you, SLT Nation. Drop your top 5 music artists, your favorite superhero, and the best place to eat in your city in the comments. And to everyone that's watching, this is what winning looks like before the ball is tipped. And trust us, he didn't just have next, he's building it. So B, will you please take it away?
Coach Taylor, it's time, sir. We about to dig in. We've had a fun time getting to know you off the court. Now it's time to take this thing to the meat and potatoes and the ostriches. Let's go, Coach. Let's take them back to the beginning. When did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
I would say as a young kid growing up in Chicago, watching Michael Jordan, right, is when I fell in love with the game, right? Just watching him play. And, obviously the Bulls won in the 90s. I was, transitioning from elementary school to high school. But I started playing at a young age, probably like 9 years old. And I was at the time watching Michael. That's the person who got me start playing. Everybody wanted to be like Mike, right?
I got to ask you, what was it like being, especially a hoop savant, or somebody who loves hooping during that amazing 6-year run or 8-year run where Mike is, because see, that's a lot of things. That's another thing that people don't realize. Like LeBron doing his thing over 23 years. Mm-hmm. Mike didn't even, I don't think he made the playoffs the first 6 or 7 years he was in the league. I mean, it took him a long time before he even made them. But once he made it to the playoffs, it was like they just took that thing over. I think Detroit put him out the first time, and then it was like game over. They came back and was working everybody over. I'm about to look into that, but I don't think Mike had just tremendous success.
No, he had success. Now, Mike went to the playoffs as a rookie, right?
Oh, did he?
He put up them points on Bird and the Celtics.
Maybe they didn't make it to the finals.
It took him a while to get to the finals. They did.
That's what it was. It took him a while to get to the finals.
But no, Mike instantly made Chicago a winning team, right? The year that he broke his foot, the second year.
Yeah.
The Bulls, we've been used to winning for a long time in Chicago. That's why watching Chicago now is really hard to do. But
what was it like being around all that though, man? Like going to the store and just seeing the jerseys, seeing the Jays when they was, $29. when they were $79.99 back then. What was it like seeing the shoes and the sneakers and the commercials and just being in that environment?
Yeah, being in Chicago, it was everywhere, right? Even like in my high school, one of my teammates was an artist, and he did a mural of Michael Jordan on the walls in the school, right? That's how much Michael meant to the city of Chicago, and just what he just brought excitement and a winning attitude that the city like embraced. And it was at a time too. The Bears were good, at that time, like the Cubs were good, so the city was booming with great sports teams. And so growing up in that, the expectation was to win. So you already had that, you developed that competitive edge because you were proud because you were from Chicago and we win,
Well, now you're 6'4". I know you said you started off at 5'4", short guy. Was you a hooper though? Could you go on the court, Coach Taylor?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Coach looks like, what are you talking about, B. Jones?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Yeah.
I told you before earlier, I was kind of under the radar. Yeah. I played in the city, but I was on the north side of Chicago, which is, not as prominent as if you know anybody about Chicago, they always talk about the Red South and the Red West. So those are the toughest leagues in Chicago. So we kind of went under the radar and didn't get as much publicity where I played. But then, you playing against those guys that pick up. And when I got older, every city has their own great program. Chicago got one of the best programs in the country, though, in terms of great pro ballers and college ballers playing with NBA players. Like when I played in a program, you're talking about Juwan Howard, Antoine Walker, Michael Finley. I don't know if you guys remember Will the Thrill, Will Bynum. Like so many guys that played in the pros are from Chicago, right? That people don't even realize. Sean Marion. So the talent level out of Chicago for hooping has always been top notch. Yeah.
So you go through, you played your career out, and you decide in the mid 2000s or early 2000s that you wanted to go into coaching. What was that decision process like for you, Coach?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, I was competitive. Every kid at that age dreams of playing in the pros, and I kind of recognized early, right? You got to have a good self-awareness. I'm like, I ain't gonna play professionally, right? I would love to, but probably not gonna be for me, especially going through injuries. And so, I used my network, and so being an alum of Michigan got me at the Big Ten office, and I was interning at the Big Ten office and got tight with the commissioner of the Big Ten, played on some of his adult teams, and he loved me. He's like, hey, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know yet. He's like, well, he said, I got a job I think you might want to look into, work for USA Basketball. He said, and you'll get to travel the world, work with the best athletes, best coaches in the business. I think you should give it a look. Applied for the job, got an interview. They liked me. The next thing I know, they offering me the job. And so USA Basketball is where I met Dawn. Right? She was still playing at the time and coaching at Temple. And, we just developed a really good relationship. She knew I knew the game. I would be on the practice squads too that played against the Olympic teams, and so got to know her, and I started thinking, I think I want to coach, right? Learning from the best in the world, you feel like you know a little something. And so, I would send out all my letters to people that I worked with in the summer and hear from nobody, right? Crickets. Well, Dawn, one day, I think we're on a bus at the Olympics, and she was like, D, I got your letter. She said, next time I have an opening, I'm going to call you. I'm just thinking it's lip service. I'm like, she's just saying that, right? I'm literally on vacation after the Olympics, 2004. We won gold in Greece. And I'm going on vacation, just need a break. I've been out all summer with USA Basketball, traveling with each team and, doing all the stuff that we did. And she was like, D, I got a position open. This is the deal, right? I took the job sight unseen. I was ready to go. And so my first coaching job period is, at a mid-major that was winning. Like, they had been A-10 champs, dominating the league, and I get to go there and help develop and work with Candace Dupree, who is a Hall of Famer, and I don't know if she's been elected yet. She will be a Hall of Famer pretty soon, but one of the WNBA's greatest power forwards. And so we used to play one-on-one every day after practice. But Dawn gave me my start in coaching, and that's really how I got into it.
Yeah, so you would have kind of been like on Martin when Don and Lisa and them was playing on Martin. You would have been one of the guys trying to play. You was at the practice trying to guard the Team USA.
I was at the practice, but I wasn't like Martin. I wasn't getting my butt kicked. Right? We would go at it. Right? We would have battles. Oh yeah. I mean, but I'm guarding Lisa Leslie and Yolanda Griffith and Tina Thompson. But Dawn, I tell you, she had the boniest little elbows. When she screened you, like, man, those screens are dirty. I'm talking about you want to talk about physicality, right? It's women play physical. They do. People.
I like women's basketball better anyway. I think it's a better brand of basketball anyway.
It is. It definitely is.
What did you learn from Coach Staley? What did you learn from her over that time period? I mean, because it seemed like you kind of went from being a little bit of a support to now you are literally in her presence. Because you as a coach, you spent more time at the office and on the court than you probably did at home and in isolation. So, that's really like family at that point in time. What did you pick up? What did you soak up during all those exchanges and all that intimate time you got with her?
Yeah, I mean, hard, how hard it is, the hard work you put in to be great, right? The discipline, as I talked about, and just, a lot of times when you don't have talent, right, you got to outwork people, right? So figuring out how we outwork people, right? We spend a lot of time in the office, right? And we would not really have a lot of days off, right? We didn't really take days off until the off season, right? During the season, we were on, right? You learned about sacrifice, just her leadership and leadership style, and how she was, a stickler for everything, like the detailed stuff, right? And I played a lot of point guard in high school, and so we thought alike a little bit in terms of how we saw the game and what, maybe, when you're a point guard, you could see a possession or play ahead. And so I learned and kind of reaffirmed a lot of that stuff, like sitting in the office with her and the coaching staff. And again, they all, had many years of experience over me. And so I was mostly like a sponge too, just learning, because I played the guard position, and then here I am, I'm here to coach the post. So I was kind of learning on the fly, and, some of the talent that I think about that I had then, like Candace Dupree, Asia Wilson, Elena Coates, players of that level, man, it's remarkable when you look back at it. Some of those players I had the opportunity to coach.
When I first heard that you were doing the show, I had to go do my research, and learning that you had so much experience with the WNBA, I mean, it blew my head. I mean, I was like, this dude is a juggernaut. Like, and this is you. honestly, Coach Taylor, you're the reason why we're doing this show. You're the reason why we decided to do this show because, like you said, you go behind the stage. Nobody knows who you are, but you have got so much experience and so much game that you could give to the world just from being, like you talk about, playing in Greece, being a part of the experiences in Greece. But not only that, you've been a part of a WNBA room where y'all had to decide who was the best player in the draft, and you had to go pick a Ryan Howard. You were a GM. You know what it's like, and I can only imagine in your head where you see this game. I know they're going through green stuff like that right now, but I know that there's a lot of opinions and a lot of thoughts going on in your mind of the future of the game, and kind of what are your thoughts on the future of the game, and just kind of like walk me through what that experience is like to the GM side of this thing, knowing that NIL is here now. So this is pay for play era. WNBA is in college now.
Yeah, I mean, it is the new normal, right? Players are getting, a good piece of the pie. I think it's deserving, but also, again, the game has grown so much, right? And we have so many good young players that want to showcase their talent. I think that, me coming back from college. From the pros to college, I kind of had to change my lens a little bit, right? Because I'm used to seeing the finished product, and now I got to look and see, okay, turn it back and like, all right, I got to see who has the potential to be there, and how we can, pour into them to help them reach their dreams. But also, when you got pros or potential pros, that makes your team better as well, right? Because, but I think that the game has grown so much. The one thing I will say, like, so many players focus on the offensive side of the game, and they don't understand, one, you got to be able to play both sides, right? They also need to make sure as much time as they're spending with the ball in their hands, they need to spend less and spend more time off the ball and defending and passing. I think some of that gets lost sometimes in the skill training. This is no knock to skill trainers, right? I think that's good, like, to have people to help fine tune your game. But I think also you got to think about the whole game. And 90% of the time, 95% of the time, you're not going to have the ball in your hand. So how are you impacting the game? How are you impacting winning when you don't have the ball in your hands, but 10% of the time, if that, right? Because some teams, there's some players that can come off of ball screens and can create for others. And then some, you need somebody to create for you, right? So helping, like, kids understand that part of it. Offense gets glorified, whether it's, in the media, but, like, they don't understand, like, you could have a long career in this game doing little stuff like playing hard and defending, right? Because you still need a lot of those people to win games. You do. Somebody got to play defense. Somebody got to box out and get rebounds. Somebody got to, cut hard and set good screens, right? So that's a big part of the game that I think gets missed sometime in this era, especially, now that we're talking about NIL, rev share, and all that stuff, right? So understanding your role and playing your role to the best of your ability is important, right? Don't be looking at the next role. Be a expert and a savant in your role.
Tell us a little bit about the culture of this Aggie team. Like, everybody, like you said, we can all go to ESPN and we can look at the wins and losses. And like I tell people, numbers don't lie, but they don't necessarily tell the whole truth. And they don't tell every side of the story. And so now that you backstage with these young ladies going to war every day, you get this opportunity to be with your wife on this journey. Tell us a little bit about the culture of this program and what it means to be a lady Aggie right now, a woman's Aggie basketball player.
Absolutely. We got 12 new players out of 15, right? 12 new players, right? That is really extremely hard to put a team together with that many new players. That being said, our team has great culture, right? They get along really well. They love playing for each other. Like, we've been through some storms this season, obviously, especially the early SEC season was not kind to us. 6 out of our first 9 games against top 10 programs, right? You're looking at those teams, they got they coming on the floor with 3-4 pros, and then they come off the bench, they might have another one or potential, right? So that's tough. But we also told the team before the SEC started, like, we had 2 players with experience on the roster in the SEC. So helping them understand what it could look like at the beginning of the season, but to not to not fold, to weather the storm. We bend, but we don't break, right? So just keep getting better each day. Keep working hard, holding each other accountable, and pouring into each other. Like we'll see the other side of this, and we'll be better for it, and we can still make some noise. And so I think, having put together the stretch we have the last 2.5 games has really helped us as a team, and I feel like they feel like we're out of the storm now. Now we just got to focus one game at a time. But it's really difficult. Like most teams, you want to keep a core of 5 or 6 players together.
Yeah,
to have continuity.
Yeah,
that know each other, right? You've never seen how this person acts before in pressure situations because y'all just getting together as a team for the first time. But unfortunately, that's going to be the new normal for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
You might lose 4 or 5 kids every year, right? We lost, more than that, right? We had to put a whole new squad together, right? That's what this era has done a little bit. So now it's about roster management, making the right decisions, the right pieces to plug in to be able to fill gaps. And doing a lot of we do a lot of team building. We do a lot of team building. We obviously take our team on a retreat, spend time together, like put the phones down. And then, every week before a game, we have some kind of team building with our team. I don't want to call her chaplain. She's like our personal and professional development person, Ashley McCord, that works with our players. But also, we do stuff, after practice, really intentional about how we build the culture and build team chemistry. So we do a lot of stuff, like 2-3 times a week with our team, like to just keep them together, like keep them tight knit. Like you better like this than like this, right? Wow. And so we're just trying to keep it together.
I tell you what, man, being a GM, I know you say you used to looking at the finished product, but I had a chance to glaze over the roster, and just some of those kids, I got the opportunity to see them play in high school. One of them in particular is one of my favorite players I've ever had the opportunity to see in high school, and that's Bobo. If you're watching this right now, y'all need to be paying attention to Texas A&M basketball. Bobo, the show's down there, and I'm telling you, that girl can absolutely go. Has she been doing her thing so far as an Aggie?
Now, Bobo's had some great games, right? She's had some great games. Again, she's one of those players that when she's got it going, it looks really good. It looks really good. So now we're just trying to keep her, confident. Because some games you might come out and you're missing shots, right? But again, you got to stay positive. And then how do you keep yourself in the game to be impactful if your shot is not falling, right? And that's part of the learning curve that a lot of these players, will have, right? It's like, everybody feels like they got to impact the game with the ball in their hands. So we've been doing a lot of just reinforcement on that part. And I think she's starting to get it. And she's a great, she could be a really good 2-way player, right? She can defend her butt off when she wants to. Yeah. So having her buy into that, and not sometimes when you get players to focus on other stuff, like the offense just comes, right? Like go be the best defender you could be a lockdown defender. Right. And at the end of the day, if I'm not scoring, my man ain't scoring. Right. That's the mentality you got to have. Right. We're just going to even each other out.
Yeah. If I got 6, they got 5.
Right. I did not know that she went to A&M.
I didn't either until I looked at the. I was like, oh, wait.
I played against Coppell. Was it Coppell?
Yes.
Yeah, she played
against a top 50 player in the country.
Yeah.
And went to work, put up 40 in a high school game right here in Dallas. Coach, I got the producers in my ear. I'm getting messages. Hurry up, get them out of here. I got to get you out of here, Coach. But I do want to ask you this one. Your wife is one of the most prominent, one of the top, I say 5 that, we could debate all day, but we could easily say she has one of the biggest names. She's working with Team USA. She's helping out in Colorado every year. She's coaching some of the biggest and best names that have come through. You get the opportunity to work side by side with your wife. I want to know. There's only a handful of teams that get this opportunity. A handful of couples throughout the country. We've interviewed a couple of them, but I want to know from your perspective, what is it like working with your wife as your boss, man, day in and day out?
You know, it's interesting because when we were dating, that was something we looked forward to and dreamed of. Obviously, when she got the Georgia job and I left South Carolina. We found that they have nepotism law, so she couldn't hire me. And so I just kind of took my career another direction, and then come here to A&M, and a spot opens up, and the coaching staff, they asked me if I wanted to join, right? And so it's like I've been an extension of it anyway because I've been around them so much, and they, obviously when it's a tight knit group, so you want to bring somebody in that you trust that can help. And come with a different lens. Like I said, coming from the W, and now we're dealing with agents, we're dealing with, roster management and salary caps a little bit. So it lined up perfectly. God just, knew when it was going to be the right time. Obviously, we're both seasoned. And so, I just try to be a support and give her whatever way I can, enhance the staff or the players. I'm just here to plug in, right? And so I come from that perspective because at the end of the day, her success is my success. So whatever I need to do. So it's been great, right? We haven't had any problems. Obviously, I try to be diligent about when anytime you're on the staff with, someone and they're married, right? It might be, people think about favoritism, or they think about, oh, is he going to come in and step on everybody's toes now? And I just kind of naturally flowed in, right? And I'm very conscious of stuff like that. I don't want people to be uncomfortable on the staff. And I don't want them to feel like it's us two against them either. And it's not like that at all. So I think it's just a natural transition because us being mature, understanding, what that can do or bring to a staff. Because some people have worked on staffs like that and they didn't feel comfortable, right? But we all like family. Like we hang out all the time. They come over to our house, or we'll go out to eat dinner with each other. So it's been pretty good.
Well, I know
we got to move the show along a little bit, but Coach, who made the first move? Was it you or her?
The first move? Well, I mean, I like to consider myself one of the best recruiters in the country back then. So I recruited her. Took on. She told me a lot of no's before I got a yes. Trust me on that one.
That's what's up, Coach. I like that, Coach. You seem so even keeled. It's crazy how cool, calm, and collected. Like I'm kind of tapering down a little bit because I want to be smooth like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this way it's so smooth and peanut butter. Look Kevin, look how you do that right now. You know what, Coach? I feel you. Coach Taylor, welcome to the championship rounds. We about to get out of here, Coach, but we can't get out of here without stroking our love for sneakers. You talked about it earlier today. We might have been backstage when we talked about our passion for sneakers, but now that KT and I, we have a massive collection of sneakers. We know that if you look good, you feel good, you play good. For this round, one round only, Kevin and I both picked the pair of sneakers out of our collection that we think you would like, Coach. So it's got to have something in there that we think that Coach Taylor's going to find this sneaker attractive. So on the count of 3, we're going to get you to say, hold that sneaker, okay? We'll both hold our sneakers up. Whichever one you like the best, that host will win this episode's game of championship round. Okay, Coach?
All right, let's go.
All right, you ready to do this, Kevin? You got your heat ready?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not confident. I'd rather, Yeah, let's go. All
right, Coach Taylor, on the count of 3, hold that sneaker. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker. Woo! I'm gonna go with the Ant Edwards over there.
The who? The what? I got these because I call these man in the mirrors because you got the chrome. You can see yourself in the mirror. I just knew you was gonna be a passionate enthusiast of those sneakers, but y'all know what that means. There we go. That's how a champion does it. I ain't had a chance to pull it. Well, in a minute. It feels good. Oh my goodness.
D, I was having such a great time until the championship round. So can we kind of speed it up so we can get back to his wife and kids?
I'm gonna speed it up so we can get back to his wife and 2 kids. The title of the show is You Got Next, Coach. And that means this is about the future. As much as we love to talk about the past and how much you've accomplished, that's not what this is about. You're going to leave an impact on this game when you walk away that people are going to look back and do doctorate studies on, Coach, because you've been the front office, you on the sideline, you are a person of interest, most definitely. So in your own opinion, what's next for you? This is your moment of manifestation. What do you have to look forward to in your career?
You know, I've always had my background person, right? I want to help Texas A&M get to the top, right? I want to help this team, this program, get where it belongs, and that's, you know, being in the top 25 every year and competing for a championship. And I think once we've accomplished that, you know, I wouldn't mind going back to the WNBA and, you know, being a GM again. I enjoyed that experience. The travel just got to be too much, right? Back and forth going across from Connecticut to Texas. So if there ever came an opportunity, you know, maybe be back local here. And once we get, you know, A&M where it needs to be, maybe that could be something in the future.
All right, Coach, you have any shout outs you want to give?
You know, I just want to give a shout out to our coaching staff and to our players, all the fans that support us, you know, through the thick and the thin. Just keep rocking with us. Keep working hard, coaching staff and players, and like I said, we'll see the fruits of our labor at the end of this season.
All right, so this is.
And I always got to give a shout out to God too. I'm sorry, before anybody else.
Oh, you're good.
We're gonna give a shout out to God because He's the end all be all.
No doubt. All right, so this is a part of the show where you get the chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell me, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Told them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should we have next on the show?
I'm going to call out my wife, Joni Taylor. You need to get on the show.
Yeah, we've been trying to get her on the show too. Like, we've been trying to talk to as many people as we can that rock with her. They're like, yeah, we're going to put you down, and we still waiting. But now we got somebody that's right there in the house, B.
Coach Taylor, it's about that time. Let the world know that your ticket just got punched. It is official. You have an invitation to be in that seat right where your husband is sitting at, and to get on this show and tell us and share your amazing journey. Get your top 5 ready, Coach Joni Taylor. We're going to make history on this joint. I can't wait to have you on this show. Darius Taylor, you got next. You are a modern day savant, sir. You are one of one, the first of many. You are the trailblazer, an icon, a legend. First in class, sir. Second to none. You are an absolute amazing individual. Can't wait to see you coach on the sideline and just keep going further and further. And who knows what the future holds. But I know one thing. I believe in you. SLT Nation stand behind you. And we can't wait to see you do amazing things. Coach, you are extraordinary. You are elite. You deserve a yeet. Better let them know. Let's go. Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other. And you know what, Kevin? I'm trying to get him up out here too quickly. My bad. Hey, we love all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching the show. Hey, Coach, thank you for being on the show. Shout out to A&M, Aggie Nation. Don't forget Sports Life Talk. That's where you'll find me and KT, all of our content. Go to our website, sltugotnext.com. If you want to be on the show, click on the nominate tab. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and we will give you an audition to be on the show. And this is for all the high school parents. And, you know, if your kid got their game, let us know. We'll hit y'all up and get out there in your inbox and see if we can make something happen. We're doing the rolling eye emoji. So if you enjoyed the show, if you were with us today, like, share, comment, throw the rolling eye emoji in the chat. Let us know who you are so we can tell you how much we appreciate you. Kevin, what was that yeet tweet again, man? So they can interact with us.
What current WWE superstar played for Texas A&M women's basketball and is known for her size, strength, and toughness, the same traits she now showcases in the wrestling ring?
Now, Coach Taylor, do you know? You know the answer to that one?
Oh, absolutely. I recruited.
Okay. What?
Well, hold up, Coach. What? So we've had 2 people reach out to her, and she said that she would do the show, but, you know, she got moved up to the main roster and got engaged. So it's kind of hard. So we need one more voice to reach out to it for us.
There it is. Hey, and listen.
Okay.
One more. Y'all download the podcast too. Keep the show going on the road, in the car, in your backpack, or wherever. As you're chilling, we can download this show in audio format and keep all the fun, all the laughs, all the inspiration going. Download it on audio format on YouTube. Pandora? We everywhere. So you can download this show in the format. KT, I'm just excited, man. I don't know. Y'all kind of threw me off. We got Joni Taylor might be coming on there. I was about to say the other one. We got some big names could possibly be on this joint off of this one show. So y'all stay tuned, and we're going to try to keep going. But KT, any final words for the family, man, before we get out of here?
Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back. Appreciate
you guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Coach Taylor. You can be me like a young OG. I'm a classic, man. Yeah, Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another, because together we are better. And listen, tough times don't last. Tough people do. So keep dreaming big. You never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.